Hello students, today we are going to discuss structure of matter. What is matter? Matter is anything that occupies space and has mass. Like example, gas, solids, all gases and liquids. So all these are what? Matter. Okay, children, now we are coming to the element. Okay, what is element? As we know that the things are present in three forms, solid, liquid and gases. Children, on our earth so many things, they are present in very pure form. Okay, when we break them, the smallest particle is same as that substance. Like I am giving you example, gold, silver. Children, if we keep on breaking gold, the smallest particle of gold is having all the properties of gold. Okay, and we call it what? The smallest particle we call it atom. Smallest particle of element is atom. Okay, and children, we represent atom by symbol. We represent atom by a symbol. Like gold, we are talking about gold. Smallest particle of gold is atom. In gold, all the particles are same. Like suppose this is a piece of gold. All these small particles, they are same, alike. Okay, and smallest particle, these particles keep on breaking and these particles are called what? Atom. And we represent element by symbol. Like the symbol of gold is aurum, AU. The name is of gold is aurum and its symbol is AU. Same manner like iron is Fe, symbol is Fe, carbon C, oxygen O, H, all these are elements. Till now there are 118 elements. 118 elements our scientists they have discovered. Okay children, and I told you all these elements they are represented by symbol. Like carbon, gold, this is silver, Ag, hydrogen H, oxygen O. So in this manner there are how many elements? 118, and all we represent them by symbols. Now children, as we know that there are 26 alphabets in the in our like English, there are 26 alphabets and we have made innumerable words out of that. Same manner, out of these 118 elements, there are innumerable, like by the combination of these elements. Like I have told you, carbon is this, oxygen is this. By the combination of these elements, a new thing is formed and we call that compound. Like carbon and oxygen together form what? Carbon dioxide, and this is what? Compound. Like elements are pure, same manner compounds are also pure. But compounds, what happen? The smallest particle is not atom, smallest particle is what? Molecule. Smallest particle is molecule. Okay, so first thing, what is compound? I told you, a substance formed by the chemical combination. Children, when it is formed, a particular ratio is there. Formation of this carbon dioxide, water, you always write water like this. If we say water is made of hydrogen and oxygen, we never write it like this. Okay, this is wrong. This is not water. This is not water. This is water. Okay, because the chemical composition is fixed. ratio of hydrogen is 2 and ratio of oxygen is 1. Okay. So smallest compound, as I told you, pure, the smallest molecule is smallest particle of this compound is molecule. And molecules here, they are made of 2 or more than 2 atoms. How many atoms are there in carbon dioxide? If we talk about carbon dioxide, 1 of carbon and 2 of oxygen. So how many atoms are there? 3. Okay. So molecules, children. As I told you, atom is the smallest particle. And sometimes, children, what happened? I am going to tell you more about molecules. Okay. Sometimes what happened in pure substances like elements. In elements, hydrogen is there. It cannot stand alone. Atom of hydrogen. Okay. So it combined with other atom of hydrogen and it becomes molecule. Okay. So molecules can be like of same element. Molecules can be of different elements. Okay. In compound, molecules of different elements, but in elements, molecules is like smallest particle that exist. Okay, is the smallest particle of element that exist in independently. What we say, exist independently. Atom cannot exist independently. Is this clear? But in some cases, atom can exist independently, like in case of helium. We write it like this. We do not write it like this because the atom of helium can exist independently. Clear? Helium, neon, argon. So these are what? Argon, krypton, xenon, radon. These are what? These elements, their atom can exist independently. Okay. Now we are coming to the mixture. Children, mixture, as I told you, in compound, we can like smallest particle is molecule and it is made of 2 or more elements and we cannot separate it easily. Like carbon dioxide, if we want to separate carbon and oxygen, we can separate it chemically. But in case of mixture, no ratio is present. In any ratio it can be. Okay. In any ratio it can be when 2 or more elements or compound are mixed together and there is no chemical change between them, we get a mixture. So I am like in previous classes, like 6 you have read mixture of rice and pulses. Okay, same way here we mix 2 elements and we can separate it. I am giving you a very nice example of compound and mixture. Compound and mixture. We will do one activity. Okay? What we will do, we will take 8 gram of sulfur and 14 gram of iron in a china dish. Okay? 8 gram sulfur and 14 gram what? Iron. This is Fe is iron. In a china dish and heat the mixture. We will heat it. We will heat it. Okay. And we will find after some time, we will find mixture will begin to glow and give off heat. A black substance is formed. A black substance is formed and we are going to call that what? Iron sulfide. This is black in color. Okay. Black substance is formed. This is what? Iron sulfide. So children, when the formation of compound take place, that sulfur here, we cannot find any property of sulfur. We will not find any property of iron. Like in mixture, okay, in case of mixture, if we take both the thing and we do not heat it and mix it, sulfur plus iron, sulfur is yellow powder, okay, okay, yellow powder, and iron powder we will take. It's a mixture of iron and sulfur. No heating, nothing. We will bring magnet and we will find, because what is the property of iron? It like attracted by magnet. So all the iron particles are going to be attracted by iron. Okay? And easily we can separate. So mixture can be separated easily, but compound cannot be separated easily if we want to get back sulfur and iron from this. Okay? It is next to impossible, or we can separate also by chemical way. Okay, by chemical method we can separate. Now I am going to tell you some properties of compound. Some properties of compound I am going to tell you. A compound can be broken down into the constituent element by chemical methods. Okay, chemical methods. As I told you, iron and sulfur we can separate by chemical method. Second, a compound always contain the same element combined together chemically in fixed ratio. This also I have explained you. Elements are present in fixed ratio. And third property, the property of a compound are different from those of its constituent element. This also I told you, like iron and sulfur were there. Now when iron sulfide is formed, iron and sulfur both loses their properties. Okay, different from, properties are different from constituent elements. Okay children, now we are coming to the next topic, that is symbol. Very interesting one. Symbol. Okay children, what is symbol? We use symbol to represent element. A compound is element is represented by symbol. Okay, and compound is represented by formula. Compound is represented by formula. We will discuss about formula later on. First we will discuss about symbol. Children, how we have given the symbols? The present system uses letters of the English alphabet to represent elements. It was suggested by first Berzelius. It's a name of scientist, Berzelius, given now whatever the system we are using, it was given by Berzelius. Children, previously we were using sign, that like sign of moon, sun, etc. So I am going to discuss about what Berzelius told first. What he said, that the element like carbon and all, so he had given them symbol like carbon first letter. Okay, some elements are represented by using the first letter in capital of the same element. For example, carbon, C for carbon, N for nitrogen, O for oxygen. But now the problem arises, some elements, they are also their name started with C, like calcium. Okay, calcium, cobalt. Then what he suggested, that name of some elements have the same initial letter. As I told you, carbon, calcium and cobalt. In such cases, the first letter is taken. Like cobalt, I am talking about cobalt. The spelling of cobalt is C-O-B-A-L-T. In this case, they have taken two letters. Okay, because C is given to carbon. Now to cobalt they have given capital C and the second letter in small. Okay, so always remember, you never make O small because it's a C carbon monoxide. If we are writing, if you have written like this, so people will think this is cobalt. So if carbon monoxide, to write like this. Okay. Now cobalt and then calcium, second letter. Same manner, B, only single is B for boron, and for barium Ba. Now in third case, the symbol of some elements are derived from their Latin name. This is very important, children. Like iron. Iron. The name of iron has come from its Latin name. And what is the Latin name? Ferrum. Ferrum. Okay. And copper. Copper again with C. Okay. Latin name is cuprum. Up here, what symbol we are going to give to them? Cu. Okay. And here Fe, Fe and Cu. More I am telling you Latin names. Okay. Next is gold. Latin name is aurum. These are generally we use, and the symbol is Au. Okay, potassium. Children, table is given in the book, you learn that. Calcium. Because from K no other element is there, so we write here only K. And sodium, Latin name is natrium. Natrium. From N, nitrogen is there, so here we will take Na. Okay, so this is symbol. Children, the table is given in the book and you learn that. Now next is we are going to discuss atomicity. What is atomicity? Then we will discuss formula. This atomicity is very important. Okay, atomicity is very important. What is atomicity? The atom of some elements can exist independently, as I told you. Helium. Okay, example helium, neon, etc. They are known as, they can stand alone. So they are called monoatomic. Monoatomic. Some cannot exist alone. Okay. The atom of many elements cannot exist independently in nature. They form molecule. In the beginning I told you, like hydrogen. It combined with other hydrogen and form molecule of hydrogen. Children, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen. Okay. Two they join and they exist independently in this form. So you have seen there are 2 hydrogen, 2 oxygen, 2 nitrogen, 2 chlorine. Okay. So now we are going to call them, because of this two atom together form molecule, they can exist independently. Now we are going to call them diatomic. Okay. Diatomic means, di means 2. 2 atoms, they form molecule and they exist. Okay. Now the number of atoms present in a molecule of an element is known as its atomicity. Some like phosphorus, 3, its atomicity 3 and or 5. Later on you will come to know more about this atomicity. Now children, we are coming to the formula. For formula, children, you must know valencies. How we make formula. Formula is for compound. Ab compound, I told you, they have fixed combination of elements. Okay. For formula, you need to learn valencies. Valencies are given in the book. You learn. I am going to tell you some formula how to make. You know, if I ask you what is the formula of water, you say H2O, carbon dioxide. Okay. And more like simple one, I am going to tell you first. Table salt, NaCl. Okay. Sulfur dioxide. Yes. Uh, Sulfur dioxide. Okay. Yes, sulfate we say. Later on I will tell you how we make this formula. Children, as I told you, valency you need to learn. What is valency? First I am going to tell you the valency of an element or a group. Acha, valency is of element also, and also a group of element like sulfate we say group of element. This is sulfate group of element, carbonate, and we call them radicals. What do we call them? Radicals. Okay, they also have valency. Why? In higher classes, or you'll come to know, or I will explain you in the class also the same thing. Now first we are going to discuss the valency of elements. Like we have taken elements, element like hydrogen. Okay, valency is 1. Oxygen, valency is 2. Chlorine, valency is 1. Calcium, valency is 2. Children, this table is given in the book and you need to learn that. So with the help of valencies, we are going to make formula. Okay, children? With the help of valencies, we will make formula. Like I have taken carbon dioxide. What is the valency of carbon? We are going to write down here 4. Okay, valency of carbon is 4 and valency of oxygen is 2. Okay, valency of carbon is 2. We have 4 here, 2 here. We know that these 2 can be cancelled by, क्योंकि नंबर है इनको हम कैंसिल कर सकते हैं 2 से. कॉमन 2 है इन बोथ what is common number? 2. So 2 2s are 1. We are dividing both the number by 2 because 2 is common number, and here 2 2s are 4, 2 1s are 2. Here 1 will come. Now next step, children, this one we will bring here, and this 2 we will bring here at the bottom. Okay, so 1 will come here and 2 will come here. Children, 1 generally we do not write. 1 means this is representing 1 carbon. So 1 we do not write. So you have got the formula of carbon dioxide. I am telling you of water also. H, I told you 1. Valency of H is 1 and valency of O is 2. From the table you can pick or learn. Same thing, we are going to cross it. We will get what? 2 here and 1 we do not write. 1 will come, but what? We will erase it because this is O is single number. Okay. So what are the steps I told you? The symbol of the elements or groups, it is made up of. Second, the valencies of the elements, it is made up of. Second, we are going to write valencies. First, we are going to write down the elements. Like water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen. Second step, their valencies. Third step, write the symbol of elements. Okay. write their valencies on the top. Fourth, divide common number, like in the case of carbon dioxide, divide by any common factor in their valencies. Then interchange the number obtained and write them at the base. Okay, this is the way to make formula. Okay, now one more formula I am going to tell you, ammonia, children. In ammonia, first we are going to write down the name of elements ammonia is made of. Okay, ammonia. Nitrogen valency is what? 3. Hydrogen valency is what? 1. Okay, and what will happen? Second step, we will cross it NH3. Clear? 3 will come here, 1 will come here, but 1 we do not write. This way, children, we can make formula. Now I am telling you of group, radical. Radical I have taken like sulfate. Sulfate is having, the valency of sulfate is 2. Now, so I am making sodium sulfate. Okay, the name of the compound is sodium sulfate. Children, these radicals are also given in the book. Okay, this is compound. Sodium is Na. Okay, up first thing what we will do, we have first step we have taken what? Their symbol. Second step, we are going to write down their valencies. Sodium 1, SO4, 2. Children, this is together we will write. Radicals, they are always write together. Okay. And then we will do the third step, cross. Na, this 2 will come, Na, here, and 1 will go there. SO4 and 1. Because it is already 1, so we can remove the bracket. We can write it like this, SO4. Okay.